All right, and I'm done with my MRI. Now, I'm on my way home. My wife called me and was like, "You're done already?" That was fast. Because I had to get two. I mean, technically, it was 4 areas of my body that had to get MRI. I'm backing out of this parking spot. So, if you wonder why I'm looking around strangely, I'm trying not to crash the car. Because that's what landed me in this mess in the first place. But it was not my fault. So, the way it all went down, I said it before in the last live, but I'll elaborate a little bit more. So there was somebody I know. I'm not even going to say the guy's name, but I feel like, he's an old acquaintance. I knew him since I was a kid. We don't really talk too much anymore. And I don't like to talk about like bad luck and stuff like that. But I was having a conversation with this guy, and at a point in the conversation, it got weird. I'm one of these people that has intuition, right? Spiritual intuition. The New Agers will call it, I'm psychically inclined. I have these things that happen. I'm not going to get into it. But I was talking to this guy one day, and in our conversation, it got weird. I got this weird feeling in my gut. And we were talking for like an hour. Then I got off the phone. So, later on that day, I go to get my kids from school. I go get gas. And we're headed home. And in the process of heading home, I'm going through a red light. I'm going through a green light. And this lady is in the turn lane, coming in the opposite direction of me. So I'm going this way. Other cars coming this way. And she turns. I see her turning, and she's turning slow. Actually, she poked her nose out, and it looked like she was just prepping for an opening. But she just turned, and she didn't stop. And once I realized, I slammed on the brakes, and once I realized I could not avoid an accident, I cut the wheel as hard as I could. And in the process of cutting the wheel, she hit me on my driver's side, smacked my car up a curb and then down, and it was crazy. I got jostled around and waited for the cops to come. Now again, I landed in the parking lot of a firehouse, and because the firehouse are linked to the traffic cameras, they saw everything visibly that I was not at fault. Again, the driver next to me, who was an Uber driver, airdropped me the footage from his dash cam that clearly shows me going through the light and this lady turning into oncoming traffic. And in the process of that, now I was a little sore the first day it happened. I'm not gonna say I didn't think anything of it, but I thought I was tougher than I am. This was a Friday, which was my day off, and I was off that weekend. Monday I went back to work, and it just got progressively worse. And that was all she wrote. I worked 4 days, Monday through Thursday, and I have not been back to work since. So essentially, the accident happened on a Friday, January 6th. January 6th, right? It's always something interesting about that date. But it happened January 6th, and January 12th was my last day of work for this year. Now, I've gotten temporary disability. I have to file periodically, and it's all dependent upon when the doctors say I'm ready to go back to work. And also, they take into account what I tell them and what I feel. And my doctor wrote me out for 6 months, and that date is approaching, July 12th, a little less than a month away. But I don't know if I'm ready. I have a lot more rehabilitation ahead of me. I can still physically do some things, but if I sit too long, if I stand too long, maybe that's why I'm not sleeping well, because even if I lay down too long, I wake up, stuff is cracking, stuff is popping like it never has been before. So it's been an interesting ride. And you know, one of the reasons why I tied this video The Road to Recovery, because I'm on the road, I'm going back home, but also I am recovering physically from this car accident. And it hasn't been fun, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, it has not been fun. I mean, countless doctor's appointments. At one point, I was going to 6 doctor's appointments a week. And because my family is down to one car, and my wife said, oh, I can catch the bus to work because her job is not that far. And it's pretty much a straight shot from our house. You go to the main road where our house is, and her job is just a couple of miles straight down that road. But I'm not going to let her catch the bus to work. So take her to work, take the kids to school, go to doctor's appointments. Whatever little time I have left, I try to get some things done, and then repeat the process in the afternoon. But I was getting a phone call. I hope that did not interrupt. But yeah, it's been weird because I have not had time to do anything productive. I mean, when I can squeeze in, I've been doing it, but the way my mind works, all of the things that I've had planned, I could have knocked out in like a month, but it's been 5 months. And I don't have the momentum because I'm either physically exhausted, mentally drained, or physically tired because I'm not getting good sleep. I'm in pain. I have prescribed muscle relaxers, but I will not take them unless I have a free day the next day because they wipe me out, man. And it's a low dosage. It helps, but once I go to sleep, that's it. And I want to sleep for like 18 hours. So if I don't get good sleep the night before, the next day I'm still groggy. But if I don't get good sleep the night before, the next day I'm non-functional. So I can't really take the muscle relaxers. I have these Motrins prescribed, but they're like horse pills. I don't like to take them, but I need to take them because it helps with swelling and all of this crazy stuff. But it hasn't been fun, man. It has not been. And I remember saying, so I'm a massage therapist by trade, so I get to have these conversations with my clients throughout the day when I'm working. And for a while, we would talk about, you know, the C19, right? When that was a topic of conversation for everybody every day. And I would say, yeah, I enjoyed quarantine only because there was money coming in, right? We had stimulus money, we had unemployment money, so bills were taken care of. I got to spend time with my kids because they weren't in school. That's what I liked about it. And I would say, man, I wouldn't mind some more quarantine, jokingly, but not really, but jokingly. And now, oh, I got to watch it, whoever you are. Hello there. Oh, it's the wife. Hey, boo. It would be crazy because me saying, oh, man, I would love to have another quarantine. Well, I got it. Be careful what you wish for. I got my quarantine, but it was not the quarantine that I thought it would be. I thought I would be able to have some time to do some things and be productive, and it has not worked out the way that I planned it. But I have made a decision that regardless of how I feel, no matter what's going on, I'm going to take time out to be productive, to get things done, to finish some of the books that I've been working on, to continue with the podcast. I mean, I'm behind schedule. Technically, I should have been on season 3 months ago. I should be on season 4 right now, but I stopped at season 2. But I'm going to script some things out. I'm going to get the podcast back in order. I'm going to finish my books. I'm going to publish more books. Before the end of this year, I'm going to publish at least 3 more books, maybe 5. We'll see how it goes. But I have some ideas. I have a lot of things that I want to do. But limited income, limited time, limited energy has put me in a position where it's not easy to do. And then, you know, I have to make sure that I have time for the kids and the wife. So this is my road to recovery. I've spent enough time, I don't want to say feeling sorry for myself, but I've spent enough time in this space of getting better. I'm just going to tell myself that I am better, and I'm going to do as much as I can until I physically exhaust myself, and then I'll take a break. And the plan is to get back to work, no matter what it is that I'm doing, whether it's my chosen career, whether it's a new path that I choose to embark on, or the Nuclear Dad Initiative. But I'm going to step it up in ways that you have not seen before. That is a promise. So I'm going to keep this one short because I need to pay attention to the road, and I want to call some people. My mom just called me, probably to wish me happy Father's Day. My uncle texted me last night and said, "Hey nephew, I'd love to hear from you." He's in Texas. We don't talk that much, but that's probably my fault. Maybe it's both of our faults, but he definitely reaches out more to me than I do to him, and that's not right. So I'm gonna jump off of here. I'm gonna call my uncle, I'm gonna call my mama, and I'm gonna go home and kiss my wife and my babies. And to all of you people out there, thank you for listening. People who will see it in the future, thank you for listening. I appreciate your time. I love you. Nuclear Dad, out.